Welcome to the He's Got Issues Marvel Comics Edition number 164.1. I'm John Cooney here to preview new Marvel Comics being released March 11th, 2015, beginning alphabetically with All New X-Men number 37. You know your friends from growing up, the ones you went to high school with, and are to this day some of the people who know you best? Well, imagine there are only 5 kids in your high school, and you're all hated and feared by the world around you. Sometimes it's nice to take a step back and realize that what you've been told is your team is really something much better, your best friends. Next, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 16. Spider-Verse is over, but that doesn't mean Peter Parker is safe. Someone or something has invaded Parker Industries and is targeting its staff. But how? Parker Industries security can keep out any living thing. We've also got Amazing Spider-Man Special number 1, Attack on New Attilan, a blockbuster 3-part story spanning Amazing Spider-Man, Inhuman, and all-new Captain America starts here. Something big wants to destroy New Attilan. The fact that New Attilan is in the Hudson River puts Manhattan and Spider-Man right in its crosshairs. Jeff Loveness pens all 3 chapters with tremendous artists like Luca Pizzari and connecting variants by superstar Adam Kubert. Next, we have Ant-Man number 3. Ant-Man faces off against his deadliest arch-enemy, the mercenary known as Taskmaster. Can we really call him an arch-enemy? Well, they've actually fought a bunch of times, look it up, and they definitely don't like each other. That's what arch means, right? There's a mystery villain pulling the strings. He's the one covered in heavy shadow. Mystery villains never have good lighting. Need to get to an IKEA or something. We've also got Captain Marvel number 13. Look out, mighty Marvelites. In this issue, Captain Marvel faces against space swashbucklers. Who would you put your bets on, Captain Marvel or a group of bloodthirsty space pirates? Next, we have Deadpool number 43. First, Deadpool let loose on an oil field. Then, Deadpool and Shikla enter the Tomb of Scariness, guest starring Omega Red and Damn Dirty Bamfers. We've also got Fantastic Four number 644, the most controversial Fantastic Four story of the century. Will the Thing survive the worldwide attack from the twisted heroes and creatures of Franklin's Heroes Reborn universe? Will Sleepwalker lead Sue, Jim Hammond, and Namor into a nightmare scenario? Reed Richards versus the Quiet Man. Next, we have Guardians Team Up number 2, Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers. Follow part 2 of the story as the Guardians of the Galaxy slam their way into the world of Avengers, and only working together as a team will help them save the galaxy. Tension runs high when survival is at stake, and when the likes of Gamora, Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Rocket are forced to problem solve together, it can mean only one thing is guaranteed: destruction. We've also got Howard the Duck number 1, hot off the pages of the post-credits scene at the end of a popular movie. Howard the Duck is back. Join him as he takes on the weird cases that only a talking duck can crack as the Marvel Universe's resident private investigator. Let sex criminals Chip Zdarsky and Joe Quinones guide you through his new world as he takes on the Black Cat and mysterious forces from outer space. Wow. Next, we have Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man number 11. Thanks to Miles, the Ultimates are back, because Dr. Doom has revealed his plan, and it's more than one web-slinger can handle. We've also got Ms. Marvel number 13. A mysterious stranger arrives in Jersey City. Is it possible Kamala Khan is about to develop a crush? Yes, it is. Drama, intrigue, romance, suspense, punching things. Next, we have New Avengers number 31. In 2 months, time runs out. We've also got Nova Annual number 1. Nova turns to Doc Green, the Incredible Hulk, for help with his busted helmet. The quest takes them halfway across the universe and puts them in danger that even the Hulk can't punch out of. Next, we have Silver Surfer number 10, the climax to the Silver Surfer Galactus story for the 21st century. Witness the soul of the Silver Surfer laid bare in a cosmic clash unlike any you've ever seen. A tale of hope and heroes, of triumph and tragedy, as only can be told in one of the mightiest Marvel comics of them all. If you weren't a true believer before Silver Surfer number 10, you will be after. We've also got Spider-Gwen number 2, Who is the Vulture? Gwen finds herself between a rock, this vulture, and a hard place, the entire NYPD. Don't miss this second issue of the Spider character who set the world on fire. Next, we have Spider-Man 2099 number 10. Miguel O'Hara has finally found his way back to 2099, but none other than the malicious Maestro is taking control of the dimension. Looks like Spidey may have to call in some strange backup. We've also got Spider-Man and the X-Men number 4. It's Spider-Man versus Beast in a knockdown, drag-out, no-holds-barred science fair. Someone at the Jean Grey School knows Spider-Man's secret identity, and it's not someone who likes him, plus the incredibly short career of the all-new Sinister Six. Next, we have Star Wars number 3, the greatest space adventure of all time continues. The attack on Cymoon 1 comes crashing to an end. Will the rebels overcome Vader to strike another blow against the Empire? And is Luke ready to be the Jedi Ben wanted him to be? We've also got Superior Iron Man number 6. What shocking revelations have left Tony Stark reeling? Will Pepper Potts turn her back on Tony for good? The impossible is working against him. Doubt is creeping in. His history is uncertain, and his future has just been complicated by another ghost of the past. Next we have Thor number 6. Who is Thor? That's the question on everyone's lips, most especially Prince Odinson of Asgard. This issue, he starts to narrow down the list of suspects. Meanwhile, tensions continue to flare between the All-Mother and the All-Father. Malekith forges his most dangerous pact yet, and Thor prepares to face her greatest challenge. And we've got Wolverines number 10. Victor Creed has slowly changed over the course of the past few months. From his shift in Axis to joining the team of Wolverines, he's actually grown as an individual. So how does he use his new outlook on life to steal a pirate ship? Sharp and Ogun now battle it out for complete domination of body and soul, while Phantom Meal and Culpepper's mission takes them even deeper into a mission they hadn't planned for. Out in trades this week, we've got All New Ultimates Volume 2 No Gods, No Masters trade paperback. It's the deadliest battle of the Super Street War. Spider-Man, Black Widow, Kitty Pryde, and Cloak and Dagger can barely hold back Vermin and Agent Croc, so how will they fare against the Femme Fatales and the supremacist watchdogs? And as Bengal joins the police, will Scourge escape from prison and continue his killing spree of costume crusaders? The all-new Ultimates' ultimate nemesis finally strikes, and the team is picked off one by one. Can even Bombshell and the mercenary group Terror Inc. help protect them against Ecstasy, the new queen of crime? As Taskmaster attacks and Crossbones returns, can the Ultimates save the city from catastrophe yet again, and save themselves in the process? With monsters, mayhem, and superpowered fisticuffs, it's the life-changing conclusion for the rawest, grittiest new team on the block, collecting All New Ultimates numbers 7 through 12. Next, we've got Avengers Quicksilver trade paperback. In the wake of Onslaught, the Avenger called Quicksilver forges a new path. When Wundagore Mountain falls to Exodus and his fanatical acolytes, the High Evolutionary puts the mercurial mutant in charge of the evolved beast known as the Knights of Wundagore. Now the newly honored Sir Pietro leads these animals-turned-new men into an unfamiliar world, and straighten an encounter with Thundra and Archon. But when the heroes return and Quicksilver is reunited with his sister, the Scarlet Witch, his ex-wife Crystal, and the other Avengers and Inhumans, it all races to a chaotic climax and a siege at Wundagore. Pietro joins the Heroes for Hire in the final battle with Exodus, his acolyte, and the resurgent High Evolutionary. Collects Quicksilver 1 through 13, Heroes for Hire 15 and 16, and Heroes for Hire Quicksilver Annual 98. We've also got Deadpool Volume 7 Axis trade paperback. Get ready for a different spin on the Merc with a Mouth. Since the events of Axis inverted him, Deadpool has given up violence in favor of enlightenment. You heard right, Deadpool has gone zen and found peace. So how is he going to help his foemen friends live through an attack by the real, also inverted X-Men? I don't know, probably not very easily. It might involve cowboy stuff. Then our wall-crawling hero is stalked by a classic Spider Slayer. Wait, this isn't a Spider-Man book, so what is the Spider Slayer doing here? Deadpool had better find out before it mistakes one red-clad wisecracking hero for another and mashes Deadpool into spider paste. Plus, the Roxxon Corporation brings us a special educational story. Learn about Gracking, the energy source of the future. Collects Deadpool number 35 through 40. And we've got George Romero's Empire of the Dead Act 2 trade paperback. It's zombies versus vampires versus an invading southern militia as the legendary George Romero unleashes the next chapter of his ferocious undead epic. Welcome back to a very different New York City, still standing, barely, years after a world-changing undead plague. Zombies are used for sport in the arena and vampires rule the city, but now outside forces are knocking on Manhattan's walls and death reigns from above. As Major Chandrake makes deadly power plays, are Barnum and Penny vampires? Can Dixie control the rogue militia? What is Joe and Xavier's fate? And what's worse for the city's few remaining normal residents? The roaming flesh-eaters who seem to grow smarter every day? The ruling bloodsuckers struggling to stay in power? Or the militia bent on pillaging the city? Collecting George Romero's Empire of the Dead Act 2, number 1 through 5. Alright, so that's it for Marvel this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the DC and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, and Instagram to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.